Don't let your gifts go to waste. The federal government is out with some new regulations to help make sure you take full advantage of your gift cards. Meantime, local officials are warning debit card users and ATM card users to be careful following an ATM skimming case in Alexandria. For more on the new gift card rules and ways to protect yourself from high-tech thieves, we turn now to Eric Friedman, Director of the Montgomery County Office of Consumer Protection. Thanks for joining us. Good to see you.
Good morning.
Thanks for coming in. Let's talk about the gift cards first, because the Federal Reserve issued some new rules yesterday. I guess the main problem was gift cards in some cases were losing their value. And in other cases, people were getting charged fees to use them. Is that right?
That's right. It was use it or lose it. And finally, the federal government is cracking down on some of the abuses with gift cards. Now, gift cards are a big industry. We're talking about billions of dollars of money that consumers are spending. 95% of all consumers have purchased gift cards. And the trouble is sometimes you would purchase them and they would disappear, or their value would disappear while the card was in your pocket. So the federal government has finally issued some new rules that say gift cards cannot expire for at least 5 years.
Okay, that's good.
And also, they can't charge inactivity fees. They had these special fees that if you didn't use your card, it would disappear while it was in your pocket. And that is just unfair to consumers. So they prevented that from happening for at least the first year. And this is catching up because some states had already passed some laws, and finally the federal government is catching up and really trying just to level the financial playing field.
All right, so we just came through the holiday season. I know I gave out a lot of gift cards, and I got gift cards for Christmas. Do these rules apply to those gift cards, or does this start sometime in the future?
Does not start until this summer, until August 22nd.
Okay.
And it gets a little bit confusing because there are different kinds of gift cards. There are store gift cards, and then there are bank gift cards. And the industry has fancy names for it. They call it open loop and closed loop. This will apply to all the different types of gift cards that are out there.
So that simplifies it for consumers.
Absolutely.
All right, very good. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on with the ATM machines. This is something we reported on yesterday, a case in Alexandria, fascinating really, where high-tech thieves, as we call them, put this device, I guess it's called a skimmer, on an ATM, and you cannot necessarily tell when you go and put your card in that someone's getting all your personal information. How widespread a problem is this, first of all?
Well, it's a growing problem, and organized crime is just their latest tool. But, Tony, you know, the motto in our office is always surprised but never shocked. And so this is something new that consumers have to worry about. And it's unfortunate that we as consumers have to worry about this type of thing. But, yes, that's what we have to do in our modern society, where we have convenience and the demands that are generated by it and the ability to get money from these machines.
When I first heard about this a year or so ago, the focus seemed to be on these little standalone machines that were maybe outside a convenience store or something. But now we're seeing problems at machines that are actually at banks. Does the bank bear some responsibility in keeping an eye on the machine, making sure it's operating the way it should?
Well, there are independent machines, and then there are machines at the banks. In this regard, with respect to this type of fraud, the banks are really taking all the loss. Consumers are not going to be losing money from this type of fraud. But we do have to be aware of what's happening with our ATM cards and these machines. So when you walk up to one of these machines, look around and use your eyes. See if you see wires poking out. See if you see funny signs that say scan here first or scan twice. Be aware of these type of machines. Maybe slap it around a little bit. Make sure there are no loose parts there.
Well, hopefully we won't get arrested by someone if we do that. And my understanding is that a tip-off might be if it's hard for your card to go in, for example?
That's right. A tip-off is if it's hard for it to go in, if it looks like you have to swipe it someplace else first. Also another tip-off if there's someone posing as a customer or a technician who's there to, quote, assist you. With using the machine. That's something you don't want to do. A lot of consumers like to use one machine, become familiar with that one machine, so they can be aware if there's any changes there. Also, it's very important to check your statements immediately. And so if you notice anything, you can report it to the banks to make sure that you, the consumer, don't suffer a liability or loss.
All right, very good. Thank you very much. It's great information. And as you said, it's a growing problem, so people need to be aware.
Right.
Eric Friedman, thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Allison, back to you.